In this video, I want to just show a couple of features on how animation can be used to enhance a presentation. In this case, on this slide, I want to put two buttons. One button that will say previous and go back a slide. The other one that will say next and move the presentation forward a slide. To do that, I can add a text box. One text box says previous, and one text box says next. Once you have the text boxes in place, we can customize the boxes a little bit by right-clicking, go to Area, and we'll just fill in the text box so it's a little more clear that it's available on the screen. And we'll do one in yellow, and we'll fill the other one in green, a light green. So once you have previous and next, select the box, right-click on it, click Interaction. From the drop-down menu, you can see we have several choices. The choice that we want for the previous one is to go to the previous slide, click on Next, right-click, click Interaction, and we want to go to the next slide. So with those bullets in place, or those boxes in place, if we click and start the slideshow, so you can see as soon as we mouse over the previous button, it turns into a finger indicating there's an action associated with that button, and the same with next. So we'll go previous, and you can see it brings us back to the first slide. And if we move forward from the first slide to the second and we click next, it brings us to the last slide. So that's kind of useful. Two buttons that can help to advance and go back in the presentation from slide to slide. Now let's look at the last slide. The last slide has the title at the top, text in the middle, the end, and a picture. What I want to do is, when the slide appears, is to have the words the end appear for a couple of seconds, have that fade away, and have the picture show in its place. Now to do that, we have to have all of the elements on the slide that we want to use. So I have the end and I have the picture, and you can see right now they're kind of just thrown on the slide, not in a very orderly manner. So first, let's set the words the end ready to disappear. So for the end, I want to add a custom animation. I want the animation to be in effect when we exit, when the words the end disappear. So I want them to dissolve, and I want it to happen medium fast. And I want it to happen after a certain number of seconds. So leave on click there, right click, go to timing, select with previous, and let's say after 1 second the words the end will disappear. So we have that in place. Let's run the slideshow and see how that works. So there are the words the end. After 1 second they disappear. So that works like we want it to work. Now we can put the picture on top of the end, center the picture where we want it. Now we want the picture to show up after the end has disappeared. So we're going to add a custom animation. We can have it dissolve in. We want it to dissolve in. I'm going to select medium. Click OK. And we want it to dissolve in after the previous. So from our animation list, the end is going to disappear and then the picture is going to show up. So let's run this and see what happens. So we wait 1 second, the end disappears, and then the picture reappears. So that's kind of an interesting way to fade out one element of the screen and have another one appear in its place.